right, just a quick little recap, and just really need to take this all in and realize that I took the time to present to you not just an opinion. I took the time to present to you heavy details of recorded scriptural information that are telling a story that is separate from my opinion. I'm not coming at you like the accusers come at you, and they come at you just armed with their opinion and just to accuse, and then they don't support it with a heavy, detailed. They're not pouring out their spirit to you; they're pouring out their pride to you, and they're looking for a quick satisfaction, a couple of quick laughs at my expense, and that's not the way that it's done. Friends, what I'm trying to share with you is right in front of your face in heavy detail. If you deny this, all you're doing is you're just denying your own progress in the truth. We started talking about this spring, this well, this fountain as it equals the Apsu. Let's just recap closely, and I hope that you reflect on this information well. Genesis 49:22. Joseph is a fruitful bough, even a fruitful bough by a well, whose branches run over the wall. You look into the book of Romans, you're going to find out that those are the olive branches, and of course we see those symbolized everywhere, even to the United Nations, which is the United Nations of false Israel. We see here that all this is going to be connected symbolically to Ephraim, which is also symbolically connected back to the mighty men of which they revere, as it's recorded in the book of Hosea, and that's going to be the Anunnaki, which is also symbolized as these birds of heaven. Hosea 13:15. Though he be fruitful among his brethren, an east wind shall come, the wind of the Lord shall come up from the wilderness, and his springs shall become dry, and his fountains shall be dried up. He shall spoil the treasure of all the pleasant vessels. Hosea has given us a whopper of a passage of understanding as it connects to these Ephraimite descendants of Genesis 49:22. Now we go to Judges for a little more clarity about where this spring comes up again. And you have to remember that these Danites were corrupted, and they were idolaters, and they had began to worship idols as it's recorded in the hill country of Ephraim as it concerns the story of Micah and his idol. We found out that the Danites had stolen this, and that they had entered into idolatry as it's been influenced by Ephraim. And he was sore athirst, but God clave a hollow place that was in the jaw, Lehi, and there came water thereout. And when he had drunk, his spirit came again, and he revived. Wherefore he called the name thereof En-hakkore, which is in Lehi unto this day. So we're talking about Samson, which is symbolically a Danite. And we know that this is symbolic of the mighty men, symbolic of the Anunnaki, symbolic of the sons of God. As we know, they've gone into the hollow earth. There's our scriptural proof for it. We find out that his spirit, as I told you, that the Leviathan, this well, this abyss is the spiritual symbolic. So we see that this water is referred to as the spiritual reviving, and we find out that he is drinking of this spirit well, okay? This En-hakkore, which is going to represent this spring, if you will, that we've already looked into the real identity of it as this Apsu. Now, Hosea has told us that the plans of the Lord is to dry up this influence, not to destroy the men, but the influence that's destroying the men. And then we see here in Hosea, I want you to look, we find out that this Danite, this idolater, is drinking of this water. What does Hosea say about this water in chapter 4:18? He says, their drink is sour. Their drink is sour. Now, everything that I've showed you thus far, the connections cannot be denied. The truth is there for all who sincerely seek it. The children of pride will deny it simply because of their pride. But those who seek the truth and that walk with the spirit of truth, they will begin to understand. Thank you for listening.